Hey, Matt here from Herbal House. We're taking a look at these aerated plastic pots today and why you want them. So we've got two sizes here. We've got essentially a 20 litre plastic aerated pot and a 47 litre. So that's our capacity. We've measured these in real world. That's the sort of values you're going to get for capacity filling them to the brim. Obviously not everyone is. But what we absolutely love about these is the fact that they are reusable. You can put just about any medium you want into them, from clay balls, cocoa, soil, and it does retain it. It doesn't all just fall out of the holes, because that's the brilliant thing about this, it does have holes. So up close and personal, you will see that there are some dimples here with lots of holes around them. The holes aren't big enough for things to fall out of, but it does mean that the root's going to get plenty of oxygen. Plenty of water runoff is obviously a main thing as well, and what we've found is the roots will naturally grow through these holes and die off rather than swirling around in the pot, which is just fantastic. That's the benefit of fabric pots. So I highly recommend either fabric pots or these plastic pots if you do have to use a pot. And what we like about these as well is you can actually use them in a hydroponic application if you had to. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to put these together, and it should be pretty much take you a couple minutes per pot, if that. Right, so when you order your plastic aerated pot, they're essentially going to come in three parts as such. You're going to have your base, the outer shell, and some clips there to hold them together. So pretty much putting them together is quite simple, as you'll find that if you've ordered multiple, they will be flat pack and stacked on top of each other, which is really convenient. You're going to separate them into one base, one shell, and a couple of basically screws, we'll call them. And to put them together, what you're going to do is you're going to rest the base, make sure that the feet are facing outwards, and that the shell, the outer shell of course, the dimples are facing out with the holes on the outside edge. You can do it either way, but we've found it's most effective to have the dimples facing out. So what you're going to do is essentially sit this in the first groove just back from the edge, basically one dimple deep, and you're just going to roll that up around the edge, and then you're going to pull the other side over. Now this is going to take a little bit of tension, but that side is going to overlap back onto it. And what you'll find is the dimples will overlap and the holes will overlap. This is where these two screws come into play, which are essentially like a corkscrew. You're just going to wind them into one hole at the bottom and then one hole at the top. Super easy. Just apply a bit of pressure and twist and you've got your pot. Pretty much done just like that. And what you'll find is when you want to pull this apart, you're simply going to peel those two screws back out and fold it open. It's quite easy really, and what we've found is you can't beat a pot that can be reused when it comes to something like this, especially if it's able to offer better growth than something like a traditional plastic pot with no holes apart from the ones in the bottom. So this applies to the smaller size of course and the larger size. It's quite easy really. Well, thanks for watching. It's really quite a great product from what we've seen. We've got the two sizes available, which should suit most people's applications unless you're trying to do something small. But again, if you have any questions or anything at all, just give us a call. We're here to help. Thanks.